Live stream. Okay, it is Monday, December 22nd, ending 2025. And let me make sure that I think we're live, guys. As always, let me go ahead and set up the room a little bit here. We got Finn Bell here, we got Storm as well. Oh man, yeah, so lots going on. We just started the live stream. And while we do that, let me navigate to YouTube so I can control that. Yes. Okay, cool. We are live and alive in 915 El Paso EP. My name is Rich, MC, host, project director of the Barbed with Mike series. And today is a special day because I get to hand over, once again, the reins, the mic, the show to Kit. But before we do that, I want to make sure everything is running smoothly. Make sure everyone has access to this session. So if you are on YouTube right now and watching us live, well, congratulations, you found us. But I'm going to go ahead and share the link here in the chat for everyone else. We got Finn Bell in the house. What's up? Hello, hello. We also have Storm just made it in. So if you guys do want to read, just make sure to sign up. We have plenty of room on the list. And yes, I just shared the link in the Zoom chat. So if you guys want to tune in with us live there. But yes, welcome. It is December 22nd, quickly nearing the end of 2025. Again, another year. We have been doing this online show since April of 2020, every single Monday. We have not missed one yet, which is kind of impressive, a lot of dedication involved in that, but that's also because of all of you guys who are regulars who all come through, and especially Kit, who's been able to fill in on days where I'm sick or stuff is going on. This is also true this week. But again, thanks for tuning in. If you guys are watching right now live, say hello in the chat. Like Ed Gonzalez just threw a little hand emoji in the chat. What's up? What's up? Yeah, let us know where you're listening in from. I know we always have a lot of regulars who tune in live with us on Mondays, and also a lot of people who tell me that they can't tune in Monday, but throughout the week, just kind of check out the show. Pretty cool stuff. I just dropped my mouse. That's cool. But a couple of things, quick announcements, and then I will hand over, as always, the mic to Kit. But this week, if you are in the El Paso area, you can catch us live. Tuesday, we will be at Brunette Lounge. That is on San Antonio Street. That is the sister bar of Mona Bar and Rosewood. We'll be in the basement. My really good friend Bruno, jazz aficionado, bass master, is going to be throwing a holiday concert at Mona Bar. It's gonna be kind of like a combined thing, and there's always anything at Rosewood. There's gonna be karaoke, so that's going on. We'll be downstairs at Brunette, which has actually kind of been a pretty cool place to do the open mics, different vibes. So if you have not attended that venue or performed that venue, come through. Setup starts at 8 p.m. Show starts after 9, and of course that is hosted by Dori Mad. So come on through. We'd love to have you. It is also our last, I believe that's our last Tuesday of the year. We're going to take the last next Tuesday off. A very rare but much needed vacation. So hopefully we'll do more of those moving forward. We do have a special event this Friday. We're going to be teaming up with a couple of other groups and organizations and doing an open mic slash feature in Socorro at Three Missions Brewery, poetry performances, music performances. I'll be one of the featured performers, along with I saw Lizard King was going to be part of that as well as Cassie La Poeta. And Dorima will be part of that as well, who will be kind of talking about open mic and running some stuff there, sharing some art. We are working with Food Not Bombs and another group that I can't remember right now because I lost the flyer. I'll find it right now. Anyway, if you guys want to perform, you want to sign up, it's like any other open mic, just online. The link to sign up will be in the description. It's not there now, but I will add it as we move along towards the show. Again, let us know where you're tuning in from. And I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and hand the reins over to Mr. Monday Night, your host tonight. It's Kit Ren. So, Kit, when you are ready, let's go ahead and switch spots. Here is Kit Ren. Yo.
All right. Well, thank you always so much, Richie, for the trust and confidence and letting me fill in. I really have enjoyed over the last 5 years getting more to the other side of the curtain, and I enjoy being with all of you on on Monday nights, wherever you are in the world. If you're in the future and watching us, happy birthday. I only have to be right once. So I'm going to get things started with a cover poem. More of a cover song with thanks to Mike Sindler for the proof of concept over the years. But season being what it is, going to read a song that Jackson Browne wrote and performed with the Chieftains in their 1991 Christmas album. This is The Rebel Jesus by Jackson Browne. All the streets are filled with laughter and light and the music of the season. And the merchants' windows are all bright with the faces of the children. And the families hurrying to their homes as the sky darkens and freezes will be gathering around their hearts and tales giving thanks for God's graces and the birth of the rebel Jesus. Well, they call him by the Prince of Peace. They call him by the Savior. And they pray to him upon the seas and in every bold endeavor. And they fill his churches with their pride and gold as their faith in him increases. But they've turned the nature that I worshipped in from a temple to a robber's den, in the words of the rebel Jesus. We guard our world with locks and guns, and we guard our fine possessions. And once a year when Christmas comes, we give to our relations. And perhaps we give a little to the poor if the generosity should seize us. But if any one of us should interfere in the business of why there are poor, they get the same as the rebel Jesus. But pardon me if I have seemed to take the tone of judgment, for I've no wish to come between this day and your enjoyment. In a life of hardship and earthly toil, there's a need for anything that frees us. So I bid you pleasure, and I bid you cheer from a heathen and a pagan on the side of the rebel Jesus. So yes, we have a great night, a great mic of many different many different performers, and we are going to start in Colorado, where we usually do, but with a little different twist. But they won the race this week to sign in first, and well played to them. So we're real happy to welcome to the mic now David Latif. David, when you're ready.
Awesome, thank you. Helps having notifications on. Today's the day after solstice, so I'm going to read some poems about seasonal affective disorder, and because it's starting to hit me, and which is a good thing that it's starting now, the day after the solstice, but so I'm going to read 3 poems about that. This one is entitled Solstice. Winter is hard for me. The dark evenings pound at my window like a winter hurricane that feels like eternal darkness, and I don't even live that far north. So we create these traditions, these festivals and feasts to get us through. The thing is, I fucking hate Christmas. Every business yells at me through their speakers to have a holly jolly Christmas when I am neither holly nor jolly. I instead want to just curl up and cry because I'm fighting a deluge of darkness. I don't believe in their Christ. I don't like the music. And I'm too broke to buy anything for anyone. Because that's what matters to me. The people who get me through the darkness, who carry my limp, broken body through the cold nights when I can't carry myself. But there's an open mic night, the day after solstice, when the light begins to return, full of people who care. Maybe that can be my Christmas, and this can be my gift. This next one is from Saturday's lovely Tumblewords workshop called Writing for the Dark Times, written by Donna Snyder and performed, I want to say led by the wonderful Kit Wren. This doesn't have a title. If you think of one, let me know. December is a time to be survived, at least for me. It is not a time for performative celebration, make-believe merriment. I stopped going to Christmas events because I can't keep lying every time someone talks about how great this stupid month is. I am not merry, nor jolly, nor joyful, nor whatever the songs they blast from paper speakers at the grocery store tell me to be. There's no family celebration because I don't have a family with whom I can celebrate. I have a mom whose shoulder I can cry on, and a brother and father who frequently send me to that shoulder in tears. The only celebration I have is the fact that I have survived another darkening day and prepare myself for a darker one tomorrow. I wield hot cocoa and homemade chili like machetes, chopping my way through the dense darkness of December. The darkness will break. The wild winter forest will end at some point. The trees will thin, and sunlight will reach my soul. This last one is from another Tumblewords workshop. I don't remember. Oh, this was one that Kit ran about the titles of works from this past year's winning novels and poems. This is also untitled. If you have a title, let me know. Also, fitting that I had a Cuba Libre before reading this poem. Winter is the CIA and I am Fidel Castro. There are so many ways it is trying to kill me, overthrow my heartbeat, and assassinate my joy. It won't work. The Bay of Sunset at 4:30 invasion will fail on the shores because I can write a poem about it and go to bed early. Their assassins can try to isolate me from my loved ones, but that's hard to do when my roommate's a dog wants nothing more than to sit in my lap. The Mariah Carey missile crisis gets resolved by putting on sound-canceling headphones before I even enter the store, and I shop as fast as I fucking can. I'm going to outlive this winter and every single thing it tries to do to make me miserable. Thank you. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Kit, for making this a wonderful home for so many of us. Thank you for giving me something to celebrate. Take care, be safe, love yourself, love others. I'll see you later, I guess. Bye.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you very much for your words of for uplift and your words of fighting through it. That last one, goodness, who is that poet I'm thinking of? Lucille Clifton. The poem "Won't You Celebrate Me," which ends with the thing, think of all the things in the world that have tried to kill me, and none of them have worked. I think I misquoted it, but that's the line that you made me think of. So thanks again, David. So we're bringing it back to the mothership. We're bringing it back to El Paso, to the far east side of El Paso. We're a city with sides. We're a city with neighborhoods. It's not just New York these days, you know. You're also high and mighty and one of the two real cities. There's three real cities. There's El Paso, Juarez, and Denver. Those are the three real cities. So anyway, let's welcome Ed Gonzalez to our stage. Ed, when you're ready.
Okay, hello everybody. Let's see. Just wanted to bring up the BWOMS t-shirts. You can check the link tree and everything connected to it. You can get them. There's all kinds of colors. I think I'm gonna get a couple more so I can send it to my kids. Lots of correlation with what's going on with today. There is a guarantee that you will not have to clean your house or worry about anything like that because my wife was nice enough to pass the flu around. So of course we had 0 visitors this whole week. Yeah, that part was cool. You know, getting sick, that whole thing, it was almost worth it. Almost. Other than that, happy Monday, y'all. Always gratitude. Thank you, BWOMS. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Kit. You make Monday great. What else? Let's see. Oh, I did get a chance to practice my trying to be present with the flu. Not recommended, but I mean, I did learn a lot. I'm going to do 3 pieces. One of them is the wonderful Tamil words, Dana Snyder, um, magnificently run by the great Kit Ran. This one entitled The Darkness. It has always been evident from my wine cellar basement bedroom, always dark, always cool, or my hillside hangout, with friends or not, I sat under that tree upon that rock, watching the river below. The doors did drag me in for a while in a different kind of dark for a while, and made some good friends. And the Goths always did have the best weed. Even now, appreciate aloneness. It is contentment. Loneliness is fear. This is all internal for me. I used my ego to prop Ed up to create this mythical creature. And now ego serves a different purpose about what not to do. These were some good times. For now, in presence, there is no time. So that was my tumble words. This next one is actually part of my chapter on dreams. I don't know if it was the fever. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was wonderful. This one I entitled Solstice Cafe. Part of I said Luna Files, which is the name of the chapter with my dreams in it. Travel to that shop on the corner. That's really not on the corner. Once seated off center, on the right time for my reservations. Waiting in line, I still not really on time. Many around the maitre d' assured myself and others that everything was going as planned. As the doors were sealed, once everyone was seated, the food air mixed, permeated in the air. On this day, the one day when time is not linear, and we spend time with whoever we wish. Seats prepared, food's prepared. I sip my pint and wait. I watch beings appear in seats next to the others in chairs, even doggies. I smile. I did inquire about cats to the waiter and stated that I stated, hey, what about cats? And he said, that's a different cafe. I muttered to myself, there's always a catch. Almost all the seats are filled, and as seat next to me remains empty, just then I smell a familiar. I wait, that perfume mixing with the aroma of sliders that I had ordered. Those were her favorite. Almost afraid to look up, I feel that unity of energy. Now ear to ear with that internal smile so big that my face hurts. We spoke so intimately, hand-holding, such bliss. We enjoyed our food until I said, well, until my dreams. We parted ways. I could still smell her hair. Too bad the Solstice Cafe does this only. And this happens only one night a year. I'm happy, but not really. Okay, that was part of the Luna file. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a crazy ass dream. This final one I'm going to end a la Kit Ren with once again Back to the Professor. This is one of my favorite songs called Time Stands Still from the Hold Your Fire album. I don't know if they're still calling the album. Anyway, it was written by the Professor Neil Peart. I turn my back to the wind to catch my breath before I start off again. Driven on without a moment to spend, to pass an evening with a drink and a friend. I let my skin get too thin. I like to pause, no matter what I pretend, like a pilgrim who learns to transcend. Learn to live, each step was the end. Time stands still. I'm not looking back, but I want to look around me now. Time stands still. I see more people and the places that surround me now. Time stands still. I want to freeze this moment a little bit longer. I want to make the sensations a little bit stronger. Experience slips away. Time stands still. I turn my face to the sun. I close my eyes and let my defenses down. All those wounds that I can get unwound. I let my past go too fast. No time to pause. As if I could slow it all down, like some captain whose ship run aground. I can't wait until the tide comes and can't wait until the tide comes around. Freeze this moment a little bit longer. Make each sensation a little bit stronger. Make each impression a little bit stronger. Freeze this moment a little bit longer. The innocence slips away. Time stands still. That was Neil Peart and Rush. Thank you everybody for your time. Again, make time for yourself every day. I mean, self-care, it's so important. And it'll mean so much whether you do it in the morning or if you do it several times during the day. Try to take some practice taking some deep breaths, especially now with family coming to town. Peace and love, everybody.
Yeah, you feel friendly advice and affirmation. Thanks so much, Ed. So we're gonna zoom back up to the Denver area now. You know, it's all the same mountains. It's all pretty fun. And go to someone who was an early adapter of us in 2020 when we all went online, and he's someone we're very thankful for his presence in our lives and his presence on this mic. So everyone, please welcome Michael Sindler to our stage. Michael, when you're ready.
Oh, thanks, Kit. Yes, early adapter. That was really good advice you just gave, Ed, about self-care. And also, you want to do something good for yourself as far as writing, lighthousewriters.org. Maybe one of these days I'll get a better sign. Has just so many great classes and workshops and community things. I just very, very, very highly recommend it. And it's been really important to me as a writer. I'm just going to real quickly zip through some haiku. First one is 1223. Aluminum pole, an airing of grievances. Happy Festivus. This is bad clause for the withdrawn. Santa got sloppy. Bad clause for a good cause. It's all about the love. And this one, we're going to go all the way to the end of the year. 12/31/95 for VW. Some of you will get this. Let's go exploring, cried the boy to the tiger sailing into white. And I am actually going to remember to put the hat on today. Been pretty slack here and there on that lately. And I'm going to read one by the great William Carlos Williams. And it's called Blizzard. Snow, years of anger following hours that float idly down. The blizzard drifts its weight deeper and deeper for 3 days or 60 years, eh? Then the sun, a clutter of yellow and blue flakes. Hairy-looking trees stand out in long alleys over a wide solitude. The man turns, and there, this solitary track stretched out upon the world. And I'm also going to do one more that this is a piece that sure would be better with his guitar, but sorry, folks. But it's an improv that Greg Brown did at a Denver Music Festival back in 2001, and never been performed again. But it's a really great piece called Christmas Song. Imagine a Wonderful Guitar. It was the night before Christmas, but nobody really was noticing that. I ain't sure anybody even knew that much about Christmas. Well, it might have been even before the whole thing got started. I don't know, but there was a poor couple looking for a place to sleep for the night. The political leadership of the day was against them, much like the political leadership of our day, whose idea of grace and honor seems to be kill anybody you think might possibly at some time try and kill you. They were a poor couple. It was a cold night. They ducked into a barn. The woman was about to give birth. The man was a good man. The woman was a good woman. I never heard anybody say anything about whether she was a virgin or not or anything like that. She was a good woman. It was pretty warm in the barn, actually. There was a couple of cows in there. They were tired. They put out a lot of heat. Fortunately, the man, who I think his name was Joe, he did not smoke. Well, the little baby popped out. It's an amazing thing that little babies do, and the women do, and the men sort of, kind of help. That's the big story. Getting born. Just getting born is such an amazing thing. You'd think we'd all just be nice forever after just to get to be a part of it. You'd think that anybody that ever held a little baby in their arms would be so careful not to ever do any damage to another human being or to the creation of which we are so obviously a part. Well, they wrapped him up pretty cozy in there. When you don't have a whole way too much, a lot, it's surprising how little it really takes to make you feel pretty warm, pretty good. They slept through the night, and the next day, fairly early, 3 dudes showed up. They were Zen priests from the East. Some people call them wise men, but they were Zen guys. They didn't believe in religion. They believed in a way of liberation. But I guess they must have sensed something about this little child. They came bearing gifts, a warm blanket, quite a few groceries, and a mule to help this family on their way. Well, that's about all I know about the story. The boy, he did not grow up to found any big religions with shiny churches with gold and silver and swords. His story is about a world so much better than this one that we can just kind of piss on this one. He didn't do any of that stuff. He was a child full of love, talked about love, talked about the flowers. He was a good fisherman. Sometimes when I get distraught about our world and what we're doing to it, I remind myself that little children like that are being born every day. They may not make a lot of big news, but their lives, they're kind. They take care of people. They don't blow things out of proportion. They spread the news that this life, so mysterious in the heart, is a wonderful enterprise and should be cherished. I know those babies get born because I meet them every day. Some are 12, some are 23, some are 38, some are 51, some are 67. They're women, they're men, they're black, white, yellow, they're every color you can think of. They're all over the place. Some of them are 92. So Christmas, if it's anything at all, it's every day. It's every night. And even when things look dark, way down in the human heart, we all share. There's a light. Thank y'all very much. I really want everybody to have a wonderful holiday season and a great year to come. And I look forward to seeing you here. Thank you so much, Richie and Kit, for making it happen.
You're the one making it happen. Thank you, Michael. As much as I enjoy being thanked, you guys are what makes the mic, because if I just showed up and just talked to myself for an hour and put that on YouTube, I'd be a podcaster. Yeah. That was unnecessary. Don't be making jokes like that. Okay, well, we're taking it back to El Paso, back to the mothership. No pun intended, but our next performer has had many laurels in her career. She's been published in Western Humanities Review and the Paris Review before. Her book, Ridge of High Pressure, won the Southwest Book Award. And it was Float that won the Southwest Ridge of High Pressure. Is her most recent, and it's out now through the press. So Robin Schofield, when you're ready.
Okay, thanks, Kit. And I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And here's my Christmas card. Can you see it? Yeah, it says, what's this? 2 lumps of coal. It's a snowman looking in his stocking. And then he puts them on and he says, I can see, I can see. It's my favorite Christmas card. So a Merry Christmas to all of you, and may you have good visions this season of light. So I'm going to do something that I rarely do. I'm going to do something that I just wrote in Tumble Words. It was led by Kit. We found, I was cleaning out my office, thus the empty shelves behind me. We found a workshop that Donna Snyder had done. What was it, about 12 years ago or something? And so that was exciting. Anyway, I got these quatrains out of it. New shit. All right. No title yet. I love being up at night, though I stumble and walk slowly in the garage where the light burned out months ago. I tell my cat Myra, happiness is a choice we make every day. She has trauma brain. Winter night doesn't vex me. It isn't the forgotten queen of discord. She can't put a hex on me. Night alarms make a beautiful chord. Deal me a face card, not over loud. Don't overload the chairs in the yard, made of metal that corrodes. At the poetry open mics, we string up lots of lights and have great booming speakers which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the night, the darkness, though in these splendid cities, there are no stars to see. Okay, now I'm going to do some Christmassy poems. That was a winter poem. All right, and this one, I think it's kind of a Christmassy poem. I'm not really sure. It's called Crying in a Foreign Idiom. I heard a voice deceitful as a yellow wasp, so angry. I fed him to the spider bit by bit. My body became leatherweed in Big Bend. A herd of wild horses came to graze on blue grama grass. My head was snowed in as I am winter in the desert mountains. My breasts squirt out a river of stars in early spring. What a useless answer he gave me to kneel before a known God, the one who fell to earth, the one who was born by a woman with large breasts, solid with milk. In her cape of blue stars, our mother and his, mumbling prayers in the stable, overjoyed and desperate. I can imagine walking over shallow water to get from one country to another, carrying enough coins to cover the eyes of the dead. I can tell you how blessed I am now, how fortunate, how happy. On Dia de los Muertos, we gather marigolds and remember old stories we told ourselves on nights the embers died early. Today, my foreign voice, your foreign hands, stumble over the syllables we have shared. And then I went to Proof and Press. When was it? Almost 2 weeks ago now. And we're not having one on the 24th, obviously. But I wrote a little Christmas sonnet. Candace had us write a sonnet. And I've been working on it, making it a real sonnet. A modern sonnet, which is to say it has 14 lines. So it's called Blue Christmas Sonnet 2025. Santa is coming to town, all lit up, cookies out in our homes, merry and bright. The folks inside of them a mystery, whether they all get along or kick out old Uncle Joe this year. Driving the sleigh, Santa wears a starlit blue robe, color of a non-existent rose that grows in Turkey. The way the light curves and stripes Santa's cape makes the rose explode, a supernova in a constellation I cannot name or even imagine when it's not cold down here in the desert December noon. The solar winds stream out, the snow withholds, and Santa's cape flares, a comet's blue tail. Yeah, Candace expected a lot of that sonnet. There was something also about an erasure and circling back to that erased line. I didn't do that part, but maybe maybe later. And now I'm going to read my cover poem, which is called The Solstice, and it's by one of my favorite contemporary poets, W.S. Merwin. And this is from The Rain in the Trees, which was published in 1987. So this poem was presumably written sometime in the 80s. The Solstice. They say the sun will come back at midnight. After all, my one love. But we know how the minutes fly out into the dark trees and vanish like the great ohias and honey creepers. Those are birds. And we know how the weeks walk into the shadows at midday. At the thought of the months, I reach for your hand. It is not something one is supposed to say. We watch the bright birds in the morning. We hope for the quiet daytime together. The year turns into air. but we are together in the whole night with the sun still going away and the year coming back. Okay, so that's my reading, and we'll be taking this Saturday off from Tumble Words, and then, right? And then the next Saturday will be Kelly Mary McAllister, a friend we met online from Canada. And so Tumble Words is tumbling right along. And I'm sure that Kit will tell you more about that. So back to you, Kit.
Okay, thank you, Robin. Let's see. Yes, I do run Tumble Words. We're a generative writing workshop. We meet every or at least most Saturdays. Yeah, we're taking the holiday off. Gonna recharge and be back with Kelly on January 3rd. Sure to be a great time. A lot of my poems, a lot of Robin's poems start off as Tumble Words exercises and become something a little bit more. But we are going to travel far afield now to South Euclid, Ohio. On the banks of the Cuyahoga River, which is thankfully not on fire anymore, and go to Doc Channing. Doc, when you're ready.
Thanks, Kit. This is really a season for holidays. As I understand it, there are 14 different holidays this month alone. And well, of course, we just came through the solstice, which in Persia is called Shab e Yalda. And then we have Festivus coming up, and Christmas, and the New Year, and well, one can get a little dizzy. I'm only doing 3 poems tonight. This first one is one I just wrote today, titled Perspective. I am here in the infinity of a moment, in every aspect of my being, to feel the rain and the sun, to hear the vastness of silence, to be present in nature and in self, to notice, learn, and grow, to be a witness and a contributor, to experience both joy and pain, to be part of the journey, to be a part and a participant in the continuum of life, to understand, to wonder, to become. Winter solstice, a moment when time divides. It is the cycle and rhythm of years and ages, becoming the before and the after, the old and the new, a time of deepest darkness and a quiet shift, a turn toward the light, rebirth and regeneration, and the lengthening of days, a time to pause, to reflect, to renew, and awaken to possibilities, a time of connection to nature, to self, and to a greater consciousness, a liminal space. And this one expresses my feelings on a certain subject right now. Loving You is the title and the first line. Loving you, truly loving you, without being yours, but belonging. This is my lot. To love forever, my intellectual equal, lover of poetry and ice cream. To love an empath, a sensitive companion who has borne her losses, to love, to truly love in hope of a future and a sunrise, which may never be. Thank you.
Right. Are there any events, any duties in the course of being the South Euclid Poet Laureate you have coming up?
Well, there are always things coming up as Poet Laureate because the second and fourth Monday of each month, I read for the City Council. Although this month they surprised me, they only had one meeting, and that was last Monday. But on January 10th, I am going to be the featured reader for what am I going to be the featured reader for? Oh man, it disappeared. It's for one of the programs run by Angie Williams Brown. And I think it's going to be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But some things have suddenly disappeared from my calendar. I don't know why, including doctor visits, and that's terrible. But beyond that, just be good to one another. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you for those wise words. All right. And we are going to keep traveling along the Northeast and head next to Greenfield, Massachusetts. Did I get that right? I'm sorry, I'm very paranoid about getting
Yes,
things
you got it.
precisely.
You got
Okay,
it
good.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the states I haven't been to. So,
Oh.
but yes, we're sending it up now to our correspondent up there in New England. We're sending it to Storm. So when you're ready,
Thank you.
take over.
Yeah, lots of people think there's Boston and then there's the Berkshires and then there's the New York border, but there's a lot of state in between. So I'm actually 2 hours away from Boston, headed west. So, alrighty. Well, first the news is that my daughter is finally home. She came home on Friday. She's still a little wobbly on her feet, but it has been a hell of a ride. So, thank you all for your prayers and thoughts during the time that she was in the hospital for those 2 weeks. Okay. And I'm going to do things slightly different tonight. Oh, I forgot to pull up Mary Oliver. See if I can quickly find this. I had a poem all set because it's about the solstice. There we go. Let's see if this will work. Yes. Okay. So, putting on my other hat. This one seems like a good one. Cover poem by Mary Oliver, Snowy Night. Last night an owl in the blue dark tossed an indeterminate number of carefully shaped sounds into the world in which a quarter of a mile away I happened to be standing. I couldn't tell which one it was, the barred or the great horned ship of the air. It was that distant. But anyways, aren't there moments that are better than knowing something and sweeter? Snow was falling so much like stars filling the dark trees that one could easily imagine its reason for being was nothing more than prettiness. I suppose if this were someone else's story, they would have insisted on knowing whatever is knowable, would have hurried over the fields to name it. The owl, I mean. But it's mine, this poem of the night, and I just stood there, listening and holding out my hands to the soft glitter falling through the air. I love this world, but not for its answers, and I wish good luck. Sorry. I wish good luck to the owl, whatever its name, and I wish great welcome to the snow, whatever its severe and comfortless and beautiful meaning. Mary Oliver. Sorry. Mary Oliver, Snowy Night. And the poem that I've written that I didn't write for solstice, but I now consider my solstice poem, Rebirth Ascension. Draw deep of the earth, earth of mother, matter, matrix. Breathe deep of the air, air of holy healing wholeness. Sing deep of the water, water of tender touching teardrops. Look deep to the heart, heart of caring, cheerful counsel. Stay still in this moment of yourself, so newly wakened to the center of the light. And another one of my originals, Christmas. It's not just the present or the tree or the birth of another's child, but that someone would invite me in out of the cold, clasp my, for the moment, ungloved hand, and let a smile thaw between my cheeks. And now a series of anti-nuclear variants of Christmas carols that I put together in 1979 for Vermont Yankee Decommissioning Alliance. I did a whole song sheet of a number of songs. This is just some of them. Up high in an airplane right over our head, a tired lieutenant pressed the red switch instead. An A-bomb is falling, there's been a mistake. Yet civil defenses no warning they make. I'll love you, Mother Earth, till when we all die. I'll work for survival, though doomsday be nigh. See the Pentagon's aplomb, glory to the neutron bomb. Peace on earth, for we are great, godless sinners radiate. Silent all the buildings stand, bothered now no more by man. Women, children, none around. Empty streets don't make a sound. See the Pentagon's aplomb. Glory to the neutron bomb. Build the plants with careless folly, dollars, moolah la la. Build them cheap and fast, by golly, Da-la-la-la-lers, moo-la-la-la. Fix we now our rates of praise, oh, da-la-la-lers, moo-la-la. Hushing up our bold betrayal, da-la-la-la-lers, moo-la-la-la. Solar rays, sunlight all the day. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a solar Chevrolet. Hey, driving costs are low in a solar Chevrolet. Over the hills we go, saving all the way. Save, save, save. Rooftop panels glow. Energy from light. Storage cells below. Let us drive all night. Oh, solar rays, sunlight all the day. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a solar Chevrolet. Remember me a happy man, with a joke, a laugh, a smile. Oh wait, I left out the first line, sorry. Remember me a stranger who came to stay a while. Remember me a happy man with a joke, a laugh, a smile. Remember how my actions spoke of God and love. Remember how I soothed you through my gestures and a hug. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, joyous Noel, wonderful Kwanzaa, enjoy the new year, happy Hanukkah, and already passed. Celebrate each other in loving, caring ways throughout the entire year. You don't need a holiday to do it.
Thank you very much, Storm. Ending again with some great practical advice we all can use.
Yeah.
So
And I'll put the stuff about Daily Antidote and People's Music Network in the chat. Daily Antidote is now been going for 2,087 days straight, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And yes, that does mean there will be a Daily Antidote on Christmas. And almost all of them are archived in YouTube. Somebody comes in from somewhere in the world, sings a song or two, or during this Christmas season, people have actually been singing 3, and they get interviewed, and there's a wonderful community that's formed up around it as well. And People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle is a 45-year-old organization, over 340 members. We do things online and in the physical. We have a gathering coming up in January in New York City for 2.5 days. Go to peoplesmusic.org for information. And again, I'll put further expanded information into the chat.
Great. Hey, thanks again, Storm. And we are coming back to El Paso now for our next performer. Very happy to see her getting involved with our online mic. I'm very glad that that's an option for her right now. Missed the opportunity to make this joke last week, but something I like to say is the only thing better than a first-time reader is a second-time reader. And we're up to time 3 now for Josette. So Josette, when you're ready, please step up to the stage.
Thank you, Kit. I call this one Faith and Gratitude. It's very simple. When skies are dark and hearts feel low, when the winds of doubt begins to blow, and shadows creep where light once lay, we search for hope to guide our way. In days when dreams seem far from near, and every step feels laced with fear, remember that the sun still shines behind the clouds through tangled vines. For even in the weight of night, there's something in our hearts so bright, a spark that glows when all feels cold, a tale of faith still yet untold. It's in the small things we must see, the simple gifts we tend to flee. A roof above, a bed so warm, a place that shelters from the storm. In running water's steady flow, we find a miracle we often know, for many dream of rivers clean, while here we bathe in water serene. The lights that flicker through the night are blessings in a world so bright, for not all lives with power on, their nights so still, their days so gone. We walk in lands not torn by strife, where peace remains, not war's cruel knife. A land where voices are not as hushed, where children's laughter is not yet crushed. Our minds, our hearts, our bodies whole, not bound by chains, nor lost in toil. Gratitude for health we hold, a gift more precious than pure gold. And though we may not gather round a table full with love abound, we find the strength to raise our voice, to be the light, to make the choice. For even in the darkest hour, we hold within us untapped power, to find the good, the grace, the true, in everything that we still do. So when the world is heavy, bleak, and hope feels weak, and spirits peak, remember all the gifts you've got, a roof, the water, light, the lot. And though your family may be far, there's something bigger than the star, for kindness lives in every soul, and with it we can make things whole. The holidays are not just about the things we want, the things we doubt. They are in the small acts, kind and true, the love we share, the hope we strew. So let's be grateful, let's be kind, for blessings too many to define. In every breath, in every prayer, faith in humanity lives there. Through every trial, every fight, there's something pure that shines so bright, the strength to rise, the will to care, the faith that good is everywhere. Even when the world feels cracked, the heart can still make its way back. To faith, to hope, to love's embrace, to find the blessings in this place. So when you feel the weight of life, and everything seems filled with strife, remember, kindness is the key, and faith will set your spirit free. You have the power to believe in love and light in what you weave. For through the storm and through the rain, humanity will rise again. And that was it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacinth. Thank you very much for contributing that. So, all right, and we're going to switch gears now for our first musician of the night. He's someone with some old school BWOMS credentials from Black Orchid times, if you want to take our word for it. But he currently lives in Germany, and we are very grateful that he chooses to wake up and join us. So once again, it's my pleasure to introduce Luis Camberos. Luis, are you ready?
Hey, I'm ready, kid. Hello, hello.
All right.
All right. I'm going to sing a song by The Burning Hell and an original that I played before, but now I actually finished. I dream of oily fluorescent swirls, I speak in plastic. My wardrobe is nylon and PVC, my band is elastic. It's hard to find decent drumsticks, but we got bird bones and bits of buckets. And my drummer, she can hit, she can really raise a ruckus. What's this crystalline crunching beneath my feet? It's just hundreds of fragile skulls of penguins and parakeets. Some died miles away and float same here, some expired through violence. And when I say violence, I mean I'm the bird queen of Garbage Island. What's up with the duck with the plastic quack? 35 north, 135 west. Who's the little girl with the map on her back? 42 north, 155 west. As the macaque, as the leatherback, polyethylene feathers in a high-vis vest. I am the bird queen of Garbage Island. Gannets and gulls, petrels, puffins, and pelicans make me a temple of nets and fish skeletons. Next deck the booyahs, bottles, and dongles, and ping pong balls. Build a wall all along the horizon and 10 times as tall. I lost an eye to an albatross with mischief in his heart, but I replaced it with this ball bearing painted to look the part. I'm a leader with a singular vision, if you prefer a cyclops tyrant. All hail the bird queen of Garbage Island. And what's up with the duck with the plastic quack? 35 north, 135 west. Who's the little girl with the map on her back? 42 north, 155 west. As the macaque, as the leatherback, polyethylene feathers in a high-vis vest. I am the bird queen of Garbage Island. How many years until I fall into your arms again? Motherland, she calls for me. She asks me, do you love, 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 love? Do you love, love, love me still? Father, this isn't goodbye, and this is I'll see you next time. Motherland, she called for me, but I'll ask her, is this love, 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 love? Is this love, love, love? Thinking that you've lost yourself, don't you think that it's lovely that we'll follow you no matter what you and I do? Through thick and thin, I'll be there for you. Through demons and dark, and I'll fight them too. How many tears have fallen, Madre? I'll see you soon. Motherland, she neglected me, but I'll ask her, do you love, 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 love? Do you love, love, love me still? And love, 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 do you love, love, love me still? Thank you very much. My name is Luis Gamberos. You can find my music on Bandcamp and SoundCloud, and I'm on Instagram. Blah, blah, blah. I just want to say, hey, Kit, thank you for hosting. You know, I love your jokes, so keep them coming.
Please don't call them jokes. Thank you so much, Luis. Thank you so much for your music and your presence. All right. We are headed next. We're gonna go sailing down the Rio Grande because you still can in some places. And we're gonna stop off at Laredo and we're going to pay a visit to Discovia.
Woo-hoo! Yo, yo,
There it is.
yo.
All right, when you're ready, take it away.
Always ready to take it away. Thank you, Kit. You always do a beautiful job as a host. I appreciate all of you, by the way. Thanks for doing a phenomenal job. Honestly, give yourself a round of applause, everyone, because y'all are freaking killing it. I'm just gonna keep my camera off so the connection can work better. I'll turn it on for my next piece, but I'm gonna go with this lyrical acapella piece. Still working on the flow for once again. It's called Nintendo, where I use a lot of Nintendo references, and I challenge myself for the matter to keep writing consecutively up to a stopping point with the Nintendo references included. But here we go, right? Yo, let's get it. This is off the dome, off the top. It's a breeze to make easy cheese. Don't play with the Wizard of Oz, or you'll end up in the land of the lost. This is off the dome, off the top. Poetry's the only way to free my spirit from anger. These grudges will make my soul rot. Off the dome, off the top. To misery, who am I? Keep an active vibe through calmness. Terror loves to wrongfully give everything that you love a try. So why, you try to kill my vibe? Enjoy the good while it lasts. I don't count problems, I count cash. Word to any hater, y'all can kiss the blackest part of my... Yo, Oscar's a grouch and I burn trees greener than your average grass. Mistreat and misjudge me all you want. I don't belong in any category with the trash. I'm incredible. I got speed and energy. Dash on you niggas as my enemies going all out against me. You never served me well. I take you by the tail, throw you into a bomb, blast your dry bones to hell. Mario versus Bowser. I'm spitting fireballs and super hammer and Koopa shotgun shells. No weapon in evil's hands against my morals shall ever prevail. Yeah, I don't do this for show and tell. I got too much to lose. Where can I fail? I put on the show to tell. I got a show, and I put on a show just to show what I got to prove. Truthfully, I told y'all this rap stuff. Yo, I don't even be doing this often, though I'm an equal opportunist. You niggas are a disease, and I clear you out like I'm Mucinix. Fatality, finish him. You niggas are so done. Hannibal feast. I leave no crumbs. I'm a murdering lyricist, overthinking analyst, rampaging amethyst. Leave nothing left for a bum pearly beach. Ha, yeah, I'm a star power terrorist. My enemies make me limitless. You can't touch me. Running rainbow, only seen, never reached. I give no damn about no Princess Peach. Know what I mean? She's none of my concern because she's not my queen. Yeah, now all I see is red. I need to get out of my head. My mental scarred with dread. It's never rest when I go to bed. My home could be a safe zone, but I just need to learn to breathe. Lately, I've been hella off with conflicting thoughts been spiraling. Sirens on an eternal loop, and they constantly be cycling. And my thoughts be running without a stop. Off the dome, off the top. Yo, appreciate y'all for listening to that. That's my first piece. Thank you for... Appreciate the emojis and the snaps and the virtual claps. Let me go into another one. I'm just going to, you know what? I'm going to spit some more fire if you guys don't mind. I'm just going to shift for the most part. I do apologize in advance for historical references that I do use. You know, that's kind of like that we're still trying to recover over psychologically. I just want to say for the most part, I do not support any form of racism. I see us all equal. And with that being said, I'm going to spit this piece called Fire Eater. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I spit flame, incinerating vocabulary. My life's burning lethal. I drift like diesel. Turn this sight into fire. Ashes remain as only retrievals. My vibe run through you like an accelerated fierce fever. Smoke your prequel, extinguish your sequel. Yeah. I don't care what you heard. Claim you about it, but what army can concur? You still have to put in work. You weak ass niggas don't move me, weak ass nerves. Heard you through the ether. I'm a flame spitter. I'm a fire eater. I be collecting souls like the crypt keeper. I might blow this to hell. Final flash. I'm constantly losing my temper. Call me Vegeta. I don't listen at times. Lois dealing with Peter. Turn it up. I'm radiating warmth. I'm a walking heater. Immune to flames. I'm a living fire eater. I carry grudges, vengeance, and vendetta with no let up. I can smell foul play in your setup. I might burn out and crash with you. Watch where you spill that gas, ninja. You internet ninjas is lag, nigga. Get off your sack, ball up and get your bag, nigga. Not to brag, but everything I do is smooth and fast, nigga. These assignments are just typical tasks. I go digital. I spit bars, forget a phrase. My words paint pictures, and if you ain't first, then they'll leave you last to ditch you with the quitters and then forget about you like a discarded agenda. And you way better than that, remember? Remember? I don't care what they say about me. My words are like alchemy, causing fatalities, bending realities. Level master, I am a boss. You faulty fools for pressing me, thinking a nigga is soft. I pay my dues to get where I am. I'm not worried over a cost. Forever my team, we're goated. We stay reaching the top. You getting nowhere, breaching your boundaries with your ops. You ain't worried about the wrong. You just upset about being caught. You thinking that Two-Face Harvey did shit is cool. You need to knock that shit off. I spit gas and everything around me is flammable. Capture the evil in a world of fire with the vision of Adolf. And I don't support that, by the way. The only thing I would eliminate in this world, as y'all already know, is pedophiles and people that hurt kids. Let that be known. No racism intended. That's where my vision of Adolf is going. Straight to the people that hurt kids. Screw that noise. Anyway, I appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me tonight. Spread peace. Enjoy the time with your family. And stay blessed. You guys are all successful and you prosper in every way imaginable. Keep doing this. Kid, keep spreading your philosophical poetry, enlightening us, giving us thought-provoking things to think about. Richie, keep being a beautiful host. You have a great radio voice, by the way. I see you doing also TV and modeling too. All of you, just keep living and doing your best thing and living your best life. I love you guys. Stay real. Peace out.
All right. Oh, thank you very much, Discovia. Your voice in that last bit sort of reminded me of Tuna from J5 from Jurassic 5. Some interesting stuff in there for hip hop heads out there. So now we're coming to the part of the night where I should have made more preparation, because when I try to rhyme like he does, my voice gets caught with hesitation. There is no one else like him all across the nation. And so oh, that was too mean. I almost said everyone else ought to just mind their station. But that's confrontation. That's not what we're about. But we're gonna go ahead and bring up Ed Poetastic to the stage now. Ed, when you're ready.
Your rhyme is simply divine. I just love your chime. Thank you for your wonderful for your wonderful potastic time. Hello, my name is Ed Potastical. Everyone feeling fantastic? Please give it time so you could join my rhyme. For I feel sublime. Hope everyone ready for some jolly good time. I got 20 Christmas jokes and 3 poems. Is our wonderful, stupendous host ready?
Lay him on me, buddy.
Yeah, that's I love the spirit. Woo! All right, the first joke is, why does Scrooge love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
That'd be a bit of a departure for him to like some other Christmas characters. Why did Scrooge love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Because every buck is dear to him. What did Adam say on the day before Christmas?
What did Adam say on the day before Christmas?
Yes.
Huh. I don't know. What was going through his mind? What did he say?
It's Christmas Eve.
Ah. But how did they know?
Why did the Scarecrow get a big Christmas bonus?
Oh, good for him. I'm real happy that the working man is prospering. But why did the Scarecrow get a good Christmas bonus?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's lovely.
What did the bald man say when he got a comb for Christmas?
No, what did the bald man say when he got a comb for Christmas?
I'll never part with it.
Oh no.
What is a vegan's favorite Christmas song?
I don't know. What is a vegan's favorite Christmas song?
Soy to the world. Elves use what kind of money?
Elves use what kind of money?
Jingle bells.
Oh, company script. That's bullshit. Santa, we're on to you. We're going to unionize the elves.
What happened to the man who stole an advent calendar?
Oh, what did happen to the man who stole an advent calendar?
He got 25 days. What did they sing at a snowman's birthday party?
Congratulations to that snowman for lasting long enough to get a birthday. What did everyone sing for him?
Freeze a jolly good fellow that nobody can deny.
Very nice.
What does Santa suffer from if he gets stuck in a chimney?
Oh no. What is the medical term for that? What does Santa suffer from?
It's claustrophobia.
Oh no.
What do you call Santa when he stops moving?
I don't know. What do you call Santa that stops moving?
Santa paws.
Santa. Okay. Okay, so he's not dead, is what you're saying.
He's not dead. He's still jolly and lively. What do snowmen eat for breakfast?
What do snowmen eat for breakfast?
Ice Krispies.
Going back to that earlier joke, my grandpa told me once he killed Santa. They was gonna burn him up in the fireplace. Then I went to their house, had a charred Santa suit under the fireplace. Like, no, he didn't.
That is funny. Well, at least Santa was warm for the winter.
Yeah, there is that.
How do you help someone who has lost their Christmas spirit?
Not by burning up fucking Santa Claus. How do you help someone who would get their Christmas spirit back?
Nurse them back to elf.
Nurse them back to elf. There you go.
What do you call an elf that runs away from Santa's workshop?
I don't know. What do you call an elf that runs away from Santa's workshop?
A rebel without a claws.
Like Hermie the elf that wanted to be a dentist.
Oh yeah. Maybe probably he was the elf that wanted to be a dentist. Well, look on the bright side. At least we get a jolly good drill.
It's true.
What do you call a reindeer ghost?
No. What do you call a reindeer ghost?
Caribou. Was it? Oh, sorry. What is it called when a snowman has a temper tantrum?
What do you call that when the snowman has a temper tantrum?
A meltdown.
Oh.
why are elves such a great motivational speakers?
I don't know. Why do elves make for such great motivational speakers?
They have plenty of elf confidence.
Ah,
Why do reindeer like Beyonce so much?
it's everyone likes Beyonce. You don't overthink it. but why do reindeer in particular?
She slays. What reindeer game do reindeer play at sleepovers?
Mm, I don't know, but they wouldn't let Rudolph play. What kind of a game do they be playing?
Some say he wasn't so bright, but the game that they were playing was Truth or Dare.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
What did Santa say when he stepped into a big puddle?
Oh dear. What did Santa say when he stepped into a big puddle of
It
water?
must have reindeer.
Oh dear. Oh boy.
And last but not least, what does Rudolph want for Christmas?
I don't know. What does Rudolph want for Christmas?
A pony sleigh station.
Uh,
Thank you so much, our wonderful host. Hope you have jolly good fun. I know I did.
Thanks so much, Ed. And now the poetry.
Now the poetry, so you could feel the words inside of you and me. Thank you for my holiday glee. All right, I got 3 poems. One poem is about Christmas. And this is Not Everyone at Christmas by Phil Soar. Not everyone looks forward to this time of year. Not everyone feels happiness or Yuletide cheer. Not everyone shares feelings, but requires some care. Not everyone can smile when there's no purpose there. Not everyone wants you to call on Christmas Day. Not everyone has presents they can give away. Not everyone has sympathy for those who fall. Not everyone will welcome you if you should call. Not everyone will feel the way that they once felt. Not everyone will hear the words that make hearts melt. Not everyone will have a loved one by their side. Not everyone will have a smile that's open wide. Not everyone will share the words they once expressed. Not everyone's sound will fill a room with happiness. Not everyone piece of wisdom shared or gifts exchanged will help to ease the pain of loved ones that remain. So spare a thought for everyone less fortunate than you. Not everyone is smiling, and not every dreams come true. Not thinking now of others when their life is very bright won't help them through this time of year or help them sleep tonight. Thank you. This other one is called New Year's. Farewell to the old year forever, and all its sorrows and care we'll bury in our hearts in endeavor, now troubles and trials to bear. The old year has gone with its sadness in oblivion to dwell in evermore. The new year will come with its gladness to welcome the rich and the poor. Ah, welcome the new year with pleasure and welcome home friends that is dear. Be happy and joyful together and greet each happy new year. Some people meet in sadness, for death has entered their home and robbed them of joy and gladness and left them forsaken and alone. Young people not meet in sorrow, for their hearts are brothersome and gay. Trouble will come with tomorrow, so let them be happy today. Farewell to the old year forever. Lay its sorrows aside with a tear. Think of the future and endeavor. to greet each happy new year. Thank you. Got one more. This is called Ode. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. I hope everyone has a safe and wonderful Christmas and an even better Happy New Year. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for pushing on through. Remember that I love you. I hope you love me too. But first, this is called Ode. Let's celebrate you for everything you do. Thank you very much. It's okay to openly blush. Why are you thanking me? You're the ode in my poetry. I personally don't know you, but I'm not sadly blue. I don't know your name, yes, but I'm not ashamed. Do you know the rain that washed away the pain? Do you know the sun who's the pinnacle of fun? Do you know the earth never stopped giving birth? Do you know the wind that tickles your chin? Do you know the sea that's balanced and free? Do you know the seeds that grows for your needs? Do you know the stars shooting near and far? Do you know your house or that pesky little mouse? I'm trying to prove a point. I don't have a PowerPoint. You know what I mean? Please be more green. I'm just showing you love as the skies rain down above. I know I sound strange, but I'm not deranged. I'm not high on weed or blinded by greed. I'm not selling you anything because it's love or nothing. Don't be too judgmental. It's about heart, not mental. I'm showing my appreciation. You're a perfect model of creation. You're not perfect, but you try. You're a lovely woman or guy. Thank you. Happy holidays. Hope all your wishes come true.
Well, thanks
And
so
never-
much, Ed.
You're very welcome.
And go ahead and do your thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Don't apologize. You know you're the twinkle in my eyes. That's no lie. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman, and my IG is Eddie_Foreman. But anyway, if you every night I love to spew my wonderful insight. But if you take guests, if you send me your request, the answer is yes. Hope everyone stay healthy, safe, and blessed. Never stop spewing the wonderful words outside your chest. Now stop being and doing your best. And never forget you're more important than you ever know. Don't stop your glow and never stop your flow. If you don't know, now you know. I love this show. But anyway, happy holidays. I wish you peace and love and great tidings. And keep on open miking.
All right. Thanks so much, Ed. Thank you very much for all of that. All right. And we're gonna head on to the West Coast. Real happy to have him aboard and back in his in what we called the endowed Tezozomic chair when he was gone, because this is how he stalled for Dan. But we're happy to have him back in his chair, and class is in session. So everyone, please listen to Mr. Tezozomic.
All right, so today I'm only gonna read a piece. I messed up my finger, so I can't, my finger, I can't play guitar, so. When the elk remember the ocean. They say the elk and the deer remember the ocean when it rains. They say the marrow in bones hums with tides older than almond and pistachio orchards, oil fields, and freeways. When the clouds open their tired mouths and let loose a small blessing, the bodies of these animals move like prayer, returning to its origin story. They turn towards the tributaries, the marshes, the long wet braid of river memory. They return to the places where the bodies used to speak to water and water used to answer with life. Because once there was a song, a very old song, a river song, older than the fences and property lines, older than the language of ownership. The first burst called the ocean inland, a tsunami of spirits, a migration of possibility, sea creatures stepping forward like children who are ready to grow, shape bodies, each verse sculpting skin into hide, fins into legs, salt into breath, until the last verse crowned them with antlers, and they stood trembling on the lip of a wet whirl, shaking the seaweed from their bones, bowing to the Creator like students receiving law. They were given original instructions. If the people remember mourning, there would be food. If the people remember gratitude, there would be life. If the people remembered that the offering back to the Mars, the water would remember us in return. But the song was interrupted not by thunder, not by storm, by something colder, by something dressed in iron from the mid-1800s, a scream made of rifles, survey stakes, and contracts. They called it the gold rush, but it was a disassembly line for world. Tulare Basin was laid open like a crime scene cadaver. Market, hunting, kept score like an umpire of ghosts, while cattle ranching and agriculture cut the land into rectangles of obedience. It came to dissect the living world and name the pieces property. Picture it. They hunted the elk to near genocide. Henry Miller's vaqueros, riding through blinding dust in 1874, stumbled into the last trembling survivors huddled near what was left of Buena Vista Lake. These were the kwa, the big shoulder memory carriers of the tall grass, once designed by the river being to share the burdens of the people. Now they carried only the weight of extinction, standing in shrinking water like widows on at a graveside, while the world fell into a machine. Years later, the state wrote their story into legal fictional language, and the state did what bureaucrats always do when they kill something holy. They wrote it down, neat and professional, like it was a meeting minute note. They passed a bill, a burr bill, a sterile promise, a bureaucratic thoughts and prayers typed on paper. They trapped history and policy, moved descendants like prisoners of ecological war to Owens Valley and Point Reyes, so the state could pretend it had done something holy. Now they carry extinction in their ribs. The elk still move like ghosts, crepuscular shadows slipping between derricks and stock ponds, like apologizing for existing in a place that used to belong to them. We forget the water, we forget the river, that one map of an entire heart. Yokuts knew, Kawaisu knew, the Tuba Tulabal knew that this was not just meals on hoofs. Now they live inside telemetry studies, they live inside grant proposals, they live inside the dead language of environmental policy. They are a managed population, not a sacred being. They are a scanned barcode of a memory we refuse to honor. This was a spirit. This was a test of humility. Do not boast, do not brag. Do not chew loud on sacred life without singing back. Because if you forget mourning, the land withdraws its kindness, the deer disappear, silence becomes law. Look around now. This language is a cold case file, a crime scene, a forensic report written in asphalt, oil fields breathing like iron lungs, freeways slicing ancient corridors into shrapnel, tractors acting like priests performing the ritual of removal as they press the last bones of a river spirit deeper into the alkali dirt. What remains of the elk lives inside telemetry logs, the government binders. They have become a managed species, a supervised memory, a statistic wearing fur. When wolves called it restoration, maybe they're right. Maybe resurrection really does come in a fence preserve with white trucks and radios, but I call it a cemetery where the ghosts are still walking and still Their bodies remember the ocean when the fog rolls in. They remember Saul, they remember the tides, they remember singing, even as every road cuts them into fragments, even as oil fields breathe black prayers into the lungs of. They remember we are the ones who forgot. We broke a taboo. We bragged about dominion. We drained mourning into dust. We replaced offering with irrigation canals. We turned sacred ceremonies into profit margins. We turned the river into a rumor. And now we only know elk through binoculars and state reports and the distant tremor of something holy trying not to disappear. We see them through the windshields, through drones, through paperwork and fences. We do not hear the song anymore. We do not perform the offering. We eat the earth and give nothing back. So here we are in a valley stitched in scars. So I stand here searching for rain, listening for Tule to rise again from places where transformation once happened, listening for that last verse that I witnessed. The valley wears its trauma like a suit cut too tight. The undocumented worker, the elk, the river, we're all hiding from the blinding headlights of the state. We are still survivors of a tsunami that did not come from the ocean, but from the machines. There are very few elk left. The river is mostly gone. And when the winter rains come, almost no one remembers that the bones of this valley once remembered the sea. When winter rains fall, almost no one remembers the ocean anymore, and almost no one remembers to sing.
All right. Anything to plug at the moment, Tess?
I have a feature coming up in March at the Cobalt Cafe online, so who go there also will catch me there.
Great to see you again. Hope to see more of you next year.
Can you say another sentence about what the cafe is?
The Cobalt Cafe is something that used to be in LA, and now it's online, so folks can usually right after on Tuesday around 7:30. If you look it online, you'll find it on Facebook.
Tezos feature will be in March.
March, yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks very much. Well, we want to highlight when people do good jobs and exceed their expectations. So I want to note that Dan has been ready for a while, has been champing on the bit, hasn't even turned his camera off. He's so ready. So there's only one way we ever end these nights. We go to the bullpen and we call on the right-hander. And so here he is, Dan the man. When you're ready. Uh-oh, it's not coming through. Got nothing but it's still no audio on our end, man. Still nothing. Can't hear you. What you should try leaving the meeting and coming back real quick. And I'll like read a poem to stall or something. All right. Right. Well, we'll try and get this technical snafu worked out, but read a poem in the meantime, just to tide you over. Why don't we read a very old one that I haven't read in a while? I don't know how the conversation transitioned from bad puns to general theories of art, but it was sudden and regrettable. He insisted to us repeatedly that it's only art if the artist thought it would change the world. He had no method. He had no examples. He was so earnestly wrong-headed that I wanted to hug him and tell him everything's going to be okay, little buddy. But these gestures can be misinterpreted. My smaller, fairer, and meaner companion went on the attack, recited the theories of Deleuze like a prayer, intense and precise. She leaned in triumphant as his face became gaunt, confronted with what he did not know, that he did not know. For my part, I contributed flecks of light at the margin, mentioning the death of the author, the intention fallacy, and a simplified tale of Kafka and Kafka's dull, slow-witted friend Max, the least reliable literary executor in the world, a man who could not be trusted to start a fire with just paper. He was in the end unfazed, unconvinced, unshaken. He continued to believe in things unseen and soon moved on to the all-hour sandwich shop next door. And we, the unacknowledged legislators at the bar room, ordered 2 more doubles and took turns saying, I don't know, man. I don't know. We didn't. And we were sick with envy of the insolent ones who thought they did, of the man whose innocence we had failed to even dent. All right, thank you for that. And Dan, let's try again. Can you say something for the people?
Hello.
Okay, I hear you now. I hear you now. I heard something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, not doing my intro again. I'll just put him on spotlight. So Dan the Man, ladies and gentlemen.
Please do. Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? Okay, sorry about the technical difficulties. No idea what the hell's going on. Okay, well, since we're in the holidays, and here in the weather, well, is it hot or cold? We all know in El Paso, it could get hot, could get cold, but in the upper north, it's much cold. But here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Arlington, not much cold, but humidity bold. Yeah, no wonder weather's so bold. It could go awfully old, but it could be new, could be old, but how much cold can we get? So cold. Or according to Katy Perry, hot or cold. It's still so cold. Could not use a blindfold. Okay. But what kind of present you want to give? What kind of present you want to see? It's the holidays you want to represent. Where the place for a location, where the holidays you stay at home or take a vacation, hot, wet, or where the weather, hot or cold weather, is a topsy-turvy unfold, as holidays so bold, like a Grinch, it's so winch, it feels like a pinch, or to a knuckle clinch, with where the heart is the middle of the inch. So don't be a Grinch, or you'll get pinched. There's no way to flinch. Oh well, yeah. So yep, Christmas. We're 3 days away, and what can we say? Time to get some presents. Yep. So 3 days away till Christmas Day, or what can we say? It's the holidays that day. But New Year's is 2026 is near. Yep, we're looking for the new year. And never fear, the new year is almost here. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, okay. Again, I do apologize for
away. I don't know I don't know what's going on. So, all right, guys. You guys have a safe and you guys have a safe, happy holidays. Coming to you live from the uh, Arlington between the Dallas Fort Worth area. And so, okay. Oh yeah, and that tree behind me, that was the Texas style, Christmas tree in San Antonio. Like I took that a decade ago. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Well, I believe there is January 3rd. There's a fight. Yep. But even though we have the Christmas in sight, and yep, we all see the Christmas fight. Okay. Let's say good night from the Dallas Fort Worth area of Arlington. Yep, and the super site. Yeah, there's Six Flags in sight and the Cowboy Stadium in sight. Okay, kid. Let's tell Richie and let's go ahead and call it a night.
All right, Dan. All right, Dan. Thank you so much. Glad you make the time during your holiday travels to join us again.
Mhm.
All right. So tomorrow, BWOMS will be at Brunette. That is the basement bar connected to Rosewood and Mona. It's a real nice setup. It's a real cool little kit down there. And you can just climb the stairs and be at Mona and Rosewood when we're done. It's a really, really fun little setup that everyone has down there downtown, those great little bars. And that'll be the last Tuesday, Mike, last downtown, Mike of 2025. We'll be back January 6th. The location yet to be determined, but there's 3 of them. Try one and then try the other and then try the other. It's not that hard. Figure things out. I believe in you. So yes, and Richie also mentioned he would be at Three Missions Brewery out there in Socorro. They have a churro beer. It was really good. And for a collaboration with some people, some luminaries of the region. I think that's everything for this week. Toss it to the boss just to be sure. Was that everything for this week?
I believe so.
Okay. So some of us are gonna stick around in the Zoom call for something we call the after party, but that's not something that we can put on YouTube. That's not advisable. So we're gonna say goodnight and Merry Christmas to all of you. And we will see you right here next week for another stay-at-home open mic on the 21st. Take care, everyone.